Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit organization in Richardson, Texas, solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world regain and retain your speech and your swallowing. We developed the Speak Out Therapy program in 2010. We offer it in from our speech therapy clinic in Richardson, Texas. We can treat patients from all over Texas with online therapy, and then we train speech language pathologists and graduate students all over the world. Our goal is that everyone with Parkinson's will have access to our treatment. Thank you for joining me today. Today's topic: when is the last time you went bowling? It's been a long time. I think it was before the pandemic, but maybe I'll go this weekend. This is the topic that Lisa prepared for us. Everybody say bowling with intent. Ready? Bowling. Get the word in front of you. Ready? Bowling. And before we practice our smiling, we need some inspiration, and we have really good inspiration for you today. Is he so cute? This is Deborah from Newfoundland who practices with us. This is her grandson. He just got a fantastic looking haircut, and look at that smile. Let that be your motivation for smiling with intent. Give me your best smile. Very good. Take your sip of water and we'll get started with the first speak out exercise. For our warm-up, I want you to lift your voice. When you're talking in conversation, you're also lifting your voice. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let your voice fly up and over your computer. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more. Let's really stretch out the vowels. We're going to use more intent. We're going to force ourselves to think about it a little bit more. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's take our sip of water. Really think about it. Think about swallowing with intent. Moving on, moving on to the second speak out exercise, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide and project that ah up and forward. Here we go. Ah. Good. Make it fly forward. Ready? Ah. In our singing rehearsal yesterday with the intentional singers, we were working on lifting the voice and flying, just throwing the voice over the head of the music director, over Marty's head. And so You do not need to work on throwing your voice, okay, this way, unless you're performing in a concert, then I want you to do that. But you're still lifting and projecting it forward when you talk and when you do the ahs. Ready? Ah. Good. Get used to that. Up and forward. Ready? Ah. Good. Over my head. Ready? Ah. Good. Take a sip of water. The Intentional Singers are having a concert in a couple weeks. So if you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, call our clinic and Sandy will post the number and you can make a reservation to come to the concert. Also, we have our Parkinson sing-along today after this session. I may be able to post some of the concert for all of you who don't live in the area. So we will make a recording of it. Moving on to the next speak out exercise, the glide. Project out, a steady ah, and then glide up. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. Ah. Ah. Very nice. Let's do it again. Ah. Ah. You just can't be shy when you do these glides. You just need to let it out. Ready? Ah. Ah. Good. Only one more. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good. Take your sip of water. Now we're going to move on to the counting. So for the ahs and the glides, our mouth was wide open. We were not really using our articulators. Now we're taking it a step higher. We're working on the breathing and the vocal folds, and now we're adding words. So we start with counting. Here we go. Lift and project forward, or why don't we try for our intentional singers who are practicing with me right now? Lift and throw it over my head. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. It's not easy to get your voice to be at its best when you're singing. It's very different from trying to speak out in conversation. And part of it is, well, if you're performing, you're a little bit nervous, so that takes away some of the power of the voice. Also, you're trying to look at the music, look at the conductor and all of that, and that takes away some of the power in the voice. So for all of our singers out there, when you're singing, you need to use more effort than you even really think you need to. Okay? Let's do the counting again. Everybody, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Now let's go backward. Here we go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. While you're taking your sip of water, I want to give you a few general compensatory strategies for improving your swallowing. Number 1, don't take a whole handful of pills at the same time. Whereas you might have been able to do it before, you might find that it's getting to be a little bit more challenging. And so, let me describe this. When someone has a swallow test, we often give the patient fruit cocktail to chew up and swallow. And the reason we're doing that, we're trying to look at how the tongue is moving. And if the muscles are moving enough, because with Parkinson's there are smaller movements, are the muscles, the tongue, moving enough to control all these different pieces in there with the fruit cocktail? And is the patient able to form a ball and get it to go down all together without it getting stuck or going over the mouth? So when you take 5 pills at one time, it's the same thing. It takes a lot of coordination. If you hesitate at all when you take your pills, don't take them all together. One at a time, concentrating, swallowing with intent. Also, if your pills are too big, like if you take a really big vitamin pill, ask your pharmacist if it comes in a different form that would be easier to swallow. Another compensatory strategy is to take your medications with applesauce and then follow it up with water. Those are just a few compensatory strategies. One more, don't eat in front of the TV. It's easy to get distracted. I know maybe before you did it, but now we've got to concentrate on swallowing. So put on some music, sit at a table, and enjoy your meal. All right, we're moving on to our reading material. Again, singing is today. I hope that you have all blocked an hour every Thursday to exercise your speech and your voice. Sandy will post the Zoom link for the sing-along. It's also on the homepage of our website. Our topic is bowling. Let me ask you, and those of you who are chatting, when is the last time you went bowling? And you can say it with intent. Let's read this first sentence. Ready? Bowling is an indoor game. Again, bowling is an indoor game. Next, the game is played on wooden lanes. Emphasize the highlighted word. Ready? The game is played on wooden lanes. Next, there are 10 pins in a triangular formation. If I were to hear you read that sentence and I couldn't see the sentence, would I be able to tell which words are highlighted? Let's read it again with more intent. There are 10 pins in a triangular formation. Next, some bowling terms are spare and strike. Read it with more intent. Some bowling terms are spare and strike. Did you lift your words? Are you lifting your words while you project them forward? Read it again. Some bowling terms are spare and strike. If you will lift and project forward, lift and speak out, your speech will be louder, clearer, slower. It'll just be better. All right, take a sip of water, think about it, swallow with intent. All right, I want you to name 3 things associated with bowling. So when you walk into a bowling alley, what do you see? What do you hear? Say each one with intent, lifting and speaking out. Let's see if you thought of the same things Lisa did. Say the word number 1. Number 1, sound of balls knocking down pins. Number 2, bowling shoes. Number 3, bowling balls. I wonder, is there anybody practicing with us that plays on a bowling league or participates in a bowling league? Let's, next for our conversation exercise, name 3 reasons why people might choose bowling over other activities. What are some reasons why someone or a family might say, hey, let's go bowling instead of to the park? Lisa is one of my assistants. She usually plans the topics for this. Let's read them together. Number 1, extreme cold, hot weather. That is a good reason. Ready? Next one. Number 2, birthday parties. It's a great place to have a birthday party and no cleanup at your house. Last one. Number 3, get together with friends. And that is great. You can enjoy some food and drink while people are taking turns bowling. I would like you to look at this picture and describe it to me. Describe the photo. Imagine that I can't see it. Go ahead and say every word with intent. Take a sip of water now. Exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. They force the back of the tongue to go up higher to help with your swallowing. Ready? Gula ganga ga. Again. Gula ganga ga. And the next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Good. Next one. Gangla. Lift it. Gangla. Good. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Very nice. We're going to move on to the bonus reading. If you need a sip of water, go ahead and take it. Here's the bell. As you read this, make sure that you are exaggerating or emphasizing the highlighted words. Here we go. A game of 10 pins consist of 10 frames. 2 deliveries per frame are allowed. The ideal is to knock down all pins on the first for a strike. Let's start again. The ideal. Ready? The ideal is to knock down all pins on the first for a strike. If pins are left standing after the first delivery, the fallen or dead wood is removed and a second delivery permitted. If all the remaining pins are knocked down, a spare is recorded. This is a great example of how I would like for you to download the reading material and practice this paragraph over and over and over each time with more intent. Let's start with if pins. Look at the top, okay? If pins. Here we go. If pins are left standing after the first delivery, the fallen or dead wood is removed and a second delivery permitted. If all the remaining pins are knocked down, a spare is recorded. There you go. All right. Sandy has posted the link for the sing-along. It's also on the homepage of our website. If you can't participate in the sing-along live, a recording will be put up and you can access it from the homepage of our website. And I love that the recording is there because you could use it every single day. You're not limited to just Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.